We're streaming after Madeline puts the very mature gift in the chat.
Yo, it's so funny.
It's very you, that's for sure.
You see it?
Just say it.
You can't see it. I'm gonna turn my brightness up. Come on, that's funny. Pee pee poo poo. Hey girl, that's funny. What are you gonna do, Olivia?
I'm gonna go downstairs and hang out.
Dang, leaving me alone. Evie, this is so interesting. I'd love to see you sitting on your phone. What a good, fun, interesting stream.
I figured that we would just, switched up since normally you're the one on your phone.
Someone just asked me if I could come help them at their high school. Yo, I just looked it up. Their high school is 40 minutes from my job. That's already half an hour from our house.
So I was looking at. I told you before. I was looking at my online things because I had to log in for Star Rail because I honestly considered playing that game tonight. I want us to play Honkai Star Rail at some point. It's a good game. I think you'll enjoy it. But that's more a game I want Madeline to play.
Paint reveal.
Because I think you would be fine with it. You're pretty good with turn-based combat. I'm sure you'll be fine. And if you aren't, then you'll probably throw the controller at me at some point. But Madeline's gonna be painting in the corner. Basic update. Our computer died last week, so we just couldn't do it last week because our computer died. And it took us a few days to fix it. And then this week we had company, and, Easter's coming up. And I also had my brain decided my new hyperfixation is crocheting. So I've gotten a ridiculously large amount of yarn, many hooks, and I've been making small animals of different kinds. So that's also been taking my attention, in addition to the fact that I'm, doing grad school classes right now. The funny thing is that no one's here yet, so no one's even going to see this.
That's funny. I don't have a mic, so you can't hear me.
I know. I mean, it might pick you up from this distance. This thing's
funnier when you couldn't see it and you were just gonna keep talking. It was just me, but unfortunately the monitor is working today, so you can see. Anyways, let me go ahead and get your game started so I can go ahead.
No, it's fine. I'm just talking at the moment, so Okay, so we have someone here. Madeline, do your solo camera now. We have someone watching.
I can see that they are watching before. Paint reveal.
Madeline got some paints. She's doing her glass paintings. We've for the last week I think we've gone like almost every day or every other day we've gone to Jo-Ann Fabrics, and I've walked down with no less than like $80 in yarn. So, to be fair, that's all like on sale. So it was like 7 or 8 skeins of it. And then the idea is that we're building up like an inventory so that like I have a lot of colors to choose from as we're working. Madeline's been working on her paintings. She's done a pretty good job. So these are in glass panes. They look really nice.
Crochet stream soon. Maybe next week.
Yeah, you will have to be playing the game for me in order to do that.
And right now I'm on spring break.
Unfortunately, I'm not that good that I can play a video game and crochet at the same time. If Madeline was playing the video game, I could crochet at the same time. So maybe next week.
Alistair from Hazmat Hotel, but in the blacklight colors. Because I like those colors.
And man, isn't he just such a well-designed character. I also love the thing about Hazbin Hotel that, like, the main character of the show is Charlie, but I'm like, what's the one everyone uses in thumbnails? You might as well call Alistair, like, the icon of Hazbin Hotel just because his design is so iconic. It's just so well done. I think it largely has to do with his eyes, to be entirely honest, because he's the only red-eyed character in the show.
Except for this picture where I made him green.
Except for, like, when other people go into their demon forms, they're, like, they can get red eyes or they're, other color eyes. But, like, his whole thing is, like, he, like, has red eyes normally, and he's, like, the only character that has that. So I think that kind of... I don't know what it is about it. I would love to look at, like, a video and be like, and I would love to see, like, what is it about his design that's so appealing? Because for some reason he's, like, the most... There's, like, you can say another character is your favorite character, but there's no one that will put, like, Alistair at the bottom of the list in terms of their favorite characters. He's just so appealing. And it's, like, I really would just love to put, like, a psychological study as to why. Anyway, so we're gonna be playing Clash of Heroes by Magic here. I'm gonna be doing some a little bit mindless talking probably as I'm doing stuff because I think I have. I don't know. I honestly don't remember where I left off in this game. It's been a while, and so Melanie's gonna be off to the side. We were trying to get a second cam to watch her, but we don't know where the second cam went.
Who knows
So-
where any of this freaking stuff is right now. Normally, we also stream from Olivia's room. We're in the library. He's Olivia's roommate has COVID, so she's at home.
Also, 'cause this is
What?
the free space.
Well, when you're at school, your room's the free space.
We just move it all back before you come back. Anyway, jeez. No, we're just gonna start stuff here. I don't know what. Okay. Gonna briefly update my Switch because
Let's freaking go.
again, I didn't know the last time when I like played this, so I was like, oh, cool. So that's gonna black out for a moment there as my Switch resets.
Nightmare Before Christmas paint.
Malin has Nightmare Before Christmas pants.
Kirby sweatshirt.
Kirby sweatshirt.
Toothpaste stain. Dog
Toothpaste.
stain. Toothpaste up here. It's a loose hair. There's dog on this shoulder. Clay from the dog. Harry's on the floor. Come here, Ween. Come here, bud. Come on up. Come here. Oh, he went under the bed.
He went under the bed. He could have gone over, but because Perry's only about 6 inches off the ground, he went under and said, "How's your spring break going?" You've been asked, Madeline.
How's my spring
See,
break going? You know what?
Duck your head into the frame.
It do be going. It's going fast.
There you go.
Me
Do that.
stream.
Do that.
It's actually been great so far. I spent 2 days cleaning my room, and then yesterday I spent painting, and today I've spent about
Okay, you can lean on me. Just don't lean this arm.
2 hours painting.
You can lean on me. Just move that arm.
Okay, I'm about to go back to my painting center, and I'll give you.
I thought we were really getting to the comfiness of you just laying on me.
I've been just trying to do stuff. I work very slow, unfortunately, but that's.
It's painting. How fast do you expect it to go?
I expect myself to not. Well, here's the deal. When it comes to my paintings, they look okay from afar, and they look really bad from up close.
They look great, Madeline.
And I'm a very critical artist.
And you need to acknowledge that they look awesome, and people are gonna definitely want to buy them. Look how cute that is. Don't you want to buy that?
Chikorita, confused slowpoke.
Who would not want to buy that? Everyone loves painted things.
I just don't know if it's going to appeal to a wide audience, but either way, I'm painting because it makes me feel good. Even through my crippling self-esteem issues. Woo woo! So Perry is here. He's getting in his bean. Go boy, yes! Yes, complete your bean!
I honestly don't remember what I was
You
doing.
see him? He's getting beanified in the back.
He's beaning up in the back.
And in your bean?
I honestly don't remember what I was doing in this game, so we're gonna just I remember I couldn't. I can't do that because I had to
In the
do.
background, I might put headphones on, but in the background, I have been listening to Sherlock Holmes stories narrated by Benedict Cumberbatch. Banger, first of all. Second of all, banger. Third of all, awesome.
I don't remember what I was doing.
Olivia, did you pull those strands out by choice or did they just fall out?
I'm not gonna stay with my shirt. Like, you should do
No, I was just wondering. Because that's not your normal purse. Oh, Oliver. But I mean, just your bangs out, it looks more centered than usual. Normally I thought your part was like more sideways.
No, I changed
Well, when your hair is down, it
I
looks
couldn't remember if
more
I was supposed to fight this guy with the story or not, but I guess I wasn't because now I'm in this fight. Anyway, so I'm gonna try and remember what the heck I was doing originally in this game because it's been a while since I played it, and we're gonna see what happens. I'm probably gonna play back. Maybe so. Here's my thing. Maybe I do my research paper on the difference between these two games. How much? Yeah, we're gonna get into that. So first off, so the two things that are kind of the hyperfixations for me that have kind of been like, hey, your brain needs this all the time, whether you actually desire it or not. So my brain's currently done that with like crocheting. I've picked that up. I took to it really fast actually, which I was pretty happy with myself for. And I've made a whale, I've made a snake, I made a chicken. I'm working on a large axolotl right now of this book. But anyway, so I bought a butt ton of yarn, so much yarn, and here Perry's sighing on the side. And so let's see where. You there. Get you charged. So, I've been doing that, so I have that downstairs. Like, I have like 2 totes worth of yarn of different sizes. Lots of projects I want to work on. I honestly would do that more. It weren't the fact that I started classes last week, which, you know, of course, already getting back into the grind, had, you know, like, because of, like, emotional stuff that was going on with me, I was, like, already getting into the whole, like, meltdown of my stuff sucks, and I'm so angry about it, and working at something until the last minute sort of vibes, you know? Really gotta get back into that college grind, you know? Just having so much stress about everything. So, I have to do, I'm working on a paper. Well, more like I'm gonna do a paper of the course So, I have to do, like, a topic, come on. A topic I have to research. And it can be anything. It just has to be something like in my field or anything that I want to do in my field, but as long as I can, like, say, like, oh, I can reasonably research this. And so, that guy's gonna hurt. Oh, well. And so I just have to be able to reasonably research it. And so, like, my original thing was saying, like, oh, hey, why do you want to do this creative writing degree? And, like, my whole thing is, like, well, that hurt. And my whole thing is I'm like, I would love to, like, you know, I was thinking teaching at some point. Because I enjoy the teaching experience. I enjoy working with kids. And I don't say that on the thing. I guess the more to put it is that, like, something that Malian said, like, she does not have, for instance, is, like, which I think is a lie. But, Malian says she's not good with kids because of, like, a patience thing. But, like, and so I have that, I guess. So we're gonna see if this actually works, because this ability is so much worse. So the whole thing is that I have to choose a topic. So a thing that I can research, a project I can do, and so I'm doing the proposal, that's due in a couple of days. So I have to write that up. That's gonna kill me. Yep. Thought so. The shield in this game sucks compared to the original game. The original game just like, oh, this will always take a flat 50. So we're gonna try and fight this. I can beat this guy. I'm around the same level. I think I can beat him if I just got a good... I'll try and beat him one more time. I just got a good, like, starting position. I could think I'd be fine. Try to beat him. Not, I'm just gonna progress the storyline, which I think is, I need to fight someone outside. I honestly don't really remember, though. So, let's see. I need to move that there. Put that over there. That'll give me an extra move. Gosh, I gotta get back into the role with this game, too. But essentially, so the idea is I have to do, like, a research-y thing. So, what I want to, like, do inevitably, like, is, I'd love to do, like, YouTube videos, like, in the vein of, like, video essays, retrospectives, maybe reviews, that sort of stuff. And so I'm, you know, I put down there, like, okay, what sort of research project do you want? It can be on anything. I'm like, oh, well, what if I could tie that into maybe writing a script for a YouTube video? And so the biggest thing I'm trying to debate right now is, which topic to choose, and, like, what sort of thing I can research, and I just have to say how I can do it. And I'm just not sure what to choose. There's just so many options. So I'm like, do I do a straight-up review? Like, do I go and take, like, one of my favorite games and be like, hey, I'm going to do a review on this? Because it just has to be something that I can make 8 to 10, 11 pages, which, honestly, if I'm trying hard enough, I can make anything long. So it's, but, like, if I'm talking about something I really enjoy, I'm sure I could go on about, like, one of my favorite, games for, like, 8 to 10 pages. So, I have to do that. I don't think is anyone paying this turn? Should be fine. So, I can do a review of a game. I can do a, that's gonna hit me anyway. Well, yeah, whatever. So, is there anyone I can do to get next? I'm just not getting good lineups on this. I might have to come back to this guy later, because I'm just not getting good lineups of dudes here. Okay, I can put this guy there. It's not where I wanted that wall, but that's fine. I guess that's something. And so, so I could do a review. I could do like a sort of like, hey, you know, retrospective series, which is essentially like when you go through a series and you go and give your opinion on it. I mean, anything that's like long like that. Sometimes, I mean, some video essays do it in just like a long form. I speak for a long time, and you know, that sort of thing, which I could do something like that. This is, I'm still gonna die from this, so we're just gonna probably gonna have to do this again. I'll come back and fight this guy later. He's not that hard. I'm just I'm getting bad lineups, and I don't really feel like, you know, fighting this right now. I could do this if I had, I was a little higher level, just so my HP was higher. I'll do this later. I have to go for the story. Dang it, I pressed A too fast and I went back into his dialogue. Okay, I gotta go progress the story. Which means I have to do another one of these annoying puzzles. So, woo, annoying puzzles. I'm pretty sure it's over here. See how strong, high level this guy is. Okay, so we're gonna see if I can beat this guy. If not, then you know that's just what that is. I think this guy's a bounty. Again, it's so long since I played this game. It's kind of weird. So, gosh, I'm gonna keep getting distracted. So the whole thing is that I'm debating like a retrospective, a video essay, a like review. I could go and take a certain concept of a game and like, you know, kind of like one of those like psychology sort of things where you're like, hey, I'm going to talk about like a lot of things that have been popping up on YouTube lately have been like about Avatar because of the live action Netflix one, and everyone being like, wow, what a great time to visit the original because this current one is not bad, but it's definitely like Avatar: The Last Airbender is arguably one of the best pieces of animated media we will ever get. Like, as a 3-season show, there is very little wrong with it. Like, it's not without flaw. Nothing is, but it's like, man, we are never getting that again. Like, definitely not in this day and age with the way people are writing. Like, the fact that, like, writing has just gone so down the toilet. Just, like, wow, what a great piece of writing right there. And, let's see, let's put you over here. And so, like, a lot of that's been coming up lately. So I'm, like, thinking about, like, so what could I write my paper on? I just have to do a proposal, which means I have to go and, like, put my topic out there and then be like, okay, this is how I'm going to research it. This is what I'm going to cover. This is what, essentially, you're going and putting forth your idea and saying, like, hey, is this good? And then you might, like, narrow it down from there, or you might improve it, or you might do more stuff to it along the way. So the whole idea being is that, like, one thing I could do, for instance, I could compare this game, the quote-unquote definitive edition, to the original game, which I think is vastly superior. So, like, what could I research on that regards, you know? Stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm just not sure really what to do, like, where to put my focus. Like, I could do a retrospective, like, for instance, my favorite Fire Emblem game, my first Fire Emblem game was Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. I could do a review on that. I could go and if I want to do it, I can do it like an argumentative sort of thing. Like, I think this is the definitive Fire Emblem experience, and this is why, or, you know, stuff along that, like, vein. But I'm just not entirely sure what I should, like, focus on, so I'm up to anything in the chat. If there's anything, like, the idea is that after the script is done... Gosh, I hate when that's annoying. The idea is that when the script is done, I could turn it into a YouTube video. And I would want to. I would want to go and, like, find clips and edit it, because after the script would be done, then I'd pretty much just be ready to go and, like, record it and go from there. So, like, in an ideal world, what sort of video would, like, you guys want to see that I could produce, you know? That's kind of the question I'm asking here. Like, also any sort of, like, recommendations, like, what sort of topics do you like us talking about on here? You know, like, that sort of stuff. Like, what sort of things, would you like to see in a video format? Or, you know, somewhat researched, or, like, what's an idea that you think that would be an interesting one to see researched, or concerning the things that I like to talk about, which generally goes to RPGs and stuff like that. I was honestly just earlier on the, when we were getting started, I was checking in something, because One of the games I've said before we will play at some point is the Hoyoverse games. We're going to try and play Genshin Impact. Largely because that's a game I've been trying to get into, and gosh, the first area is so boring. It's so freaking boring. There's nothing to do, and the quest markers are so far apart that you're like, wow, cool, I'm starting to feel a little involved, and then they'll be like, never mind, that character has completely disappeared, and now you have to walk to the other side of the map to continue with the storyline, and it just kills the momentum so fast. But we want to play Genshin Impact at some point. We want to play Honkai Star Rail at some point, a far superior game in my opinion, so I want Malline to play that because that one's fun. Let's see. History of Fire Emblem, explain it to me like I'm 5. I'm not good at explaining things like they're 5. That's actually Malline's job. Malline's way better at explaining it to people like they're 5. My problem is that I'm too detailed. I'll explain it to you as a 30-year-old, and you'll probably not have a clue what I'm talking about. You know? Also, the funny thing, there are actually quite a few, like, online. I could do it. It wouldn't be too hard, and it'd be interesting to see, like, History of Fire Emblem, there's a lot of, like, series like that online, so there'd definitely be a lot I could look to for ideas on that front. Oh, I actually did kill him! Alright, I thought he was gonna kill me first. See, sometimes you're just talking and you just beat people. Best part about this game. So I could do something like that. Fire Emblem's also just, like, it's, all things considered, not a very, complicated series. But it does have an interesting history. Especially considering it's, it's many games and iterations it's gone through, and honestly, I just don't, the bigger thing is, like, if I did a history of Fire Emblem, I think I would have to, like, limit it between its eras, because we have, like, the beginning era that's, like, 1 to 7, I believe, which are entirely in Japanese, so they haven't even been translated, and still are mistranslated today, because they don't have a distinctive thing for that. And then, I hate this puzzle, so I have to hit 2 pulleys at the same time. Which is such a pain in the butt. Because it means that one of my attacks doesn't land correctly. This battle could go on really long if I get unlucky. So I have to hit those 2 pulleys at the same time. If I don't, the thing won't open. So I really have to just kind of hope that I can hit them at the same time and they will actually do that. So, let's see. So, let's get this guy there. I'm gonna set up 2 rounds of archers and watch one of them get blocked by something. Although I think they did change something on this one. In the original one, I think it's only 1 space that you can hit it in. This one looks like there is 2 spaces you can hit it in, so it probably won't be as bad, hopefully, but we'll see. So 1, 2, need that one, get this guy. So yeah, so I'm like, I could do it from like 1 to 7 in the Fire Emblem series are not translated, so their history is a little interesting, just because of the fact that they aren't in the West. So I'm like, even just doing Fire Emblem in the West, there's like 12 games or so of that nature now. See, I got lucky in that case. I managed to hit them both at the same time. But sometimes if you're not lucky, this level can take a very long time. I'm just getting lucky right now, which I'm totally down for, because I would love to keep going. And then from that, I would say you have what people call the classic Fire Emblem, which is from like the first translated game, which is 6 or 7, I believe, up until 11? Maybe 11? It's right before where most people introduced the Fire Emblem, which is Awakening on the 3DS. So now I get more knights, yay! So now I gotta go find his aunt. We were reading this originally, and honestly at this point I'm just kinda like, you know what, I'll just go slow enough that you guys can see it. I'm sure you guys can figure out what's going on. You can read. I'll give a brief summary. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to pay attention to what I'm doing. Cool. Fight another knight. Yay. So, and then from what we have is what we call, like, the modern, Fire Emblem, or the, like, post-awakening era, so to speak. Which is from the 3DS games to modern, where we are now on the Switch. And there's, like, a good amount of that. There's a good point is that there's different eras of the Fire Emblem games, and those all could take a while to say. Although, I could do it in more basic detail than I would normally do, because I would like to do, like, a full retrospective, like, in terms of, like, full on do all the things. But then again, maybe, it is an 8 to 11 page paper. Maybe I just go and, like, do it in, like, more basic format, and then in a later thing, I can maybe come back and I'll consider it as an option. I'm open to any options, because it's something that I have to be able to research, and something that, which I guess I would have to do, get very research in order to cover the history of the Fire Emblem series, but it has to be something I'm able to research, or able to write 8 to 11 pages about, something that arguably relates to what my, like, career purposes are with having a creative writing degree, which I think this would count under. So, I'll consider that as an option. That's the biggest thing, is that, like, the proposal itself is 2 pages, it's not going to be a hard thing to write, and also, writing that has a strict purpose, honestly, it can be dry, but in some ways it's easier, because at least you can go and be like, okay, just check things off a mark. My other one I have to do is, like, a faith journey thing, so I have to go because, I'm going to... The graduate school I'm doing online is Liberty University. They are a Christian university, which is fine. I'm Christian, too. There's sometimes when you go, like... I don't know how to say it. I guess more evangelical side of it, where, like, all their classes seem to find some way to tie that in, and you're just like, cool. Are we going to tie this into every class, even the ones that doesn't seem like it matters a lot? Like, I definitely, like, this still falls with my beliefs. I definitely think that that's, like, it's a lot of my worldview, and the idea of, like, finding, like, the good in everyone, and, like, kind of, like, wanting to just put something good in the world, not for, like, fame or money or anything, just because I want to make something that will move somebody, that could change a life, that could make someone think. That's really my only goal with writing. That's kind of my goal in life. So be that through a YouTube video, through a book, through an artwork, even just through a thing of, I made a critter for someone, and they keep that on their bed every day until, like, they're 14, and they got it when they were 5. Like, I just want something that's meaningful to people. That's, like, my goal. So, like, I can write stuff well enough. It's just, like, it's kind of like one of those essays when you're like, how do you think your current experiences have led you to this point in your life? And you're like, I don't know. Everything's just kind of, it's like, that's the whole point of story writing in a lot of ways, is like, everything is a bunch of random events until you go and tie it all together into a narrative, which is kind of the point of the exercise, I think. But it's still me going, being like, I don't know, I have to go and think over the last, like, 28 years of my life and be like, okay, how has this been meaningful? I'm sure I can definitely tie something into the pandemic, because wasn't that a thing? And, stuff like that. That's hopefully going to be an easier of a paper, but then again, you never know. But, so let's see, we got History of Fire Emblem as an idea. Any other ideas, potential ideas? I just like to brainstorm a little bit so I can write them down. Essentially, also, that's the point of the proposal, is to go and see that if you have enough to reasonably make a paper on. And so, like, History of Fire Emblem is one idea, which I think I could do. If I split it up into 3 eras, I probably could do that. So, History of Fire Emblem is an idea. Any other ideas? Like, some of the other games I'm really big into is, obviously, I know so much about Pokemon. That's a vast, vast thing I can write about. There's things like this, where it'd be like, maybe a compare and contrast, like, new and old sort of series, like, comparing this game to its original version. I actually bought, after we finished the stream, like, 2 weeks ago, I was so frustrated with this game, the fact that I couldn't find the sprites online, that I'm like, I wouldn't buy, and it wasn't much, it was like $22 maybe. I bought the original version of this game because I didn't have it anymore. Yeah, this guy looks, this guy looks like he's totally not evil. Although, interestingly, he was actually more fat in the original game. This is our big bad guy, in case you haven't noticed, because he literally has the villain mustache going on here. Never known a Carlisle that's a good guy in any sort of media. So we have to go rescue our aunt. She's being held prisoner by this dude. Yeah, he definitely was more fat in the original one. Also, like, the running animations kind of works in some ways and doesn't work in other ways in this game. Cool, now to go crush some skulls. Yay. Night stuff. So, like, I could do a comparison of this game, the original version, old version. I literally bought the original version with the intention of playing through it. And, oh, this one can be annoying, too. There's a lot of puzzle ones in this early section. So I have to hit these 3 guys. They'll all charge up, so I essentially have to line up my attacks. See how they, like, disappear and reappear? So I have to hope I can line up my attacks properly. Okay, that's fine. And let's do you there. I also have to make sure my units stay in the right order, otherwise, like, I can easily get someone in the wrong spot. Let's see, how about, let's put... And let's put you here, because I can get that road charged up next turn. So, like, comparison contrast, I literally bought the original version of this game because I didn't own it yet. And I was already buying the original Fossil Fighters. I would love to do a series about Fossil Fighters. It's such an interesting series, especially because it's so, like, what you consider low quality in the first game, and then the second game is just, like, leagues better. It looks better, it plays better, it's my favorite in the series. And then the third game tried something different. In some ways it worked, in some ways it didn't. Like, I don't really care for the art style shift they did, but the story was actually really good. I really enjoyed it, for the most part. So, like, they definitely, every game did improve. And they're all their own unique experiences. So, that guy's probably gonna move before my guy can even hit him, which is annoying, but whatever. And, like, I want to do a Fossil Fighters retrospective at some point. That'd be cool to do. But I did buy the original version of this game on the 3DS with the idea of I'm going to use my brother's capture card to go and, like, do, like, a playthrough of the original game. Maybe even on a stream thing, or maybe just in a video. To compare and contrast this to the other game. Because, you know, I just think the other game is superior in most ways. It just feels, like, better. I swear, if that guy moves, I'm gonna be so angry. Especially after I just charged up all these people. I usually almost have to hit them just, like, in the right, like... And see, now he's gonna move, and my guy's gonna miss him. This puzzle can also be annoying. So, like, that guy missed him because he moved, which is frustrating. Okay, let's see what else can we do here. So might as well start charging up something here. And so, like, I'm open to a lot of different topic ideas, and that's the kind of almost the problem in a lot of ways, is I have so many different ideas. Like, I would love to do a review of Balan Wonderworld, which was one of our first, like, that was probably our first series that got us a pretty, like, good audience, in our original channel. I would love to play that again for this channel. Because it also, we got it on the PS5. I want to know if the quality is any different. We played it originally on the PS4. I'm just curious if they'll be much different on the PS5. So, I would love to do that. So, I'd like to do a review of Balan Wonderworld at some point, too. Just because years have passed, I think the original hate train that game suffered under, like, I even want to talk a little bit about how, like, you know, I think the media is too powerful. You know, how, like, you know, sometimes a game can be perfectly fine, but if you're not in the right climate for it, it's almost like fashion. If it's the trend currently isn't matching up, then you can literally, like, your game could die. Even if, like, I loved Balan Wonderworld because of, like, the soul behind it, the artwork, the music, Even the level designs was very fun for me and Madeline because we're not good at platformer games, and that was the first platformer game we pretty much played to completion. You know, like it was a puzzle platformer, so we can kind of get a handle on it, and we really enjoyed it. I wonder if they gave his aunt a unique sprite. Yeah, they did. Okay, so in the original game, she doesn't have a unique sprite like this. Not in her artwork, her like other one that's in front of him right now. So yeah, his father died, and that's sad, and this is his aunt, and she's a priestess, so she kind of foresaw that there was death, but she assumed that he didn't make it. Now we're figuring out why his father's being called a traitor. And they do a whole thing about reading stars, so she can tell that something happened to his sister Fiona, that her star is dimmed in the night sky. So it means that she's, like, dying or dead. And then, like, my other brother, Aiden, his star is burning very brightly in a kind of strange way that's, you know, ominous, and, you know, we're gonna find more about him later. We're at least going to the ghost area. We might not, I think we'll probably go through Demon as well. Demon's a pretty short one, all things considered. And at that point, maybe we'll just go all the way. We'll see as we go. This is going to be kind of a slow burn sort of series with this one. First I must clear their names and stop this war. So I need to speak to the Emperor. But people are hunting me down. Now we're going to go to a tournament, because there is always a tournament. I just like that he does, like, that's funny. He does, like, a little thing with his hand, and there's, like, a poof of smoke. See, now here's the thing. Godric doesn't originally have the cape on he's wearing currently. So we're gonna equip the Griffins and get our Griffins to level up. Well, actually, we're not gonna equip the Griffins just yet. We're gonna actually do a little leveling first. But see how, like, you know, he has a helmet on now, and he has a cape in his sprite, but in his original game, he doesn't have the cape. So he gets it when he gets the helm, and that's the whole point, is that it's hiding his identity. So, let's go, and I'm gonna do a little, puzzle. Let's see what a puzzle. Okay, let's see if we can get a puzzle to try and get some more levels. Okay. Let's see if I can remember this. Melanie had to look at the one for me last time, but let's see if I can do this. So... this one here. This one here, there. Okay, that one wasn't too bad. Okay, the Griffin looks fine. I think it just has more impact in the other animation. The other animation had like a streak-like effect behind it when it rammed, so it looked way faster. But, oh, and this one, do they only level up the units that were used in the puzzle? Oh, that's dumb. Man, the amount of things I'm just finding in this, I'm just like, I'm going to have to look back on my own stream to like, okay, so what did I, I do have a Griffin though, so I can go take on that other challenge. We're going to go take on that other puzzle to see if we can get a few more levels. Oh, I gotta collect my bounty. Let's go do this puzzle. See what we get on this one. Let's get a level up. Okay, let's see. So I need to put... Okay, so I'm kind of close because that's one of the ones I need. trying to remember the controls also, which ones are like end turn and stuff like that. Okay. I think I got an idea what I need to do here. Okay, so let's try... There we go. I always love it when a puzzle doesn't take me infinite amount of times in order to get it. I do like the Griffin's charging stance. It looks cool. But... I just wish it had a... The animation just in the original game looks so much better. I am going to have to write that up at some point in the animation of this game versus the other game. I just have to write it down and be like, I wonder how I can do it. That's the whole idea also with the problem with the proposal. Sure, why not? And that's the other thing about the proposal is that like once you're into that, it's not like you're locked in, but you're more or less being like, okay, we're going to do this idea and we're going to do that for the rest of this area. So we got History of Fire Emblem, potentially doing a compare and contrast between this game and its predecessor. Any other ideas from anyone in the chat about like potential... Oh, I need an angel. Yeah, that's right. Let me go... Wait, let me go this way. I think there's a... I'm not entering the tournament just yet. Because, it's funny they give you a griffin here. Because originally when you go and see Evelyn, she gives you priestesses. Which is what I was kind of banking on. Instead, she's like, here, take a griffin, because you need it. In order to enter this tournament, you need a griffin. And I was like, oh, I don't have... And then you have... So essentially you have to get the resources to buy a griffin. Which is right here. In order to enter the tournament. And, like, so that's, like, normally she gives you a priestess and priestesses instead. So now I'm going to have to buy more priestesses. Which is fine. I'll go and buy more priestesses. That's okay. I think there's a chest down here that I missed in the beginning because they chased me off like the traitor I was. Sorry. See, that's the dumb thing. So, originally Knights had the ability, when they started charging, they charge at full power. That's the whole point. They will never get stronger or weaker, so they can be just as offensive as they are defensive. And now that's an item. That's so dumb. That's fine. I'm going to equip it anyway, because I don't exactly have a lot of better options at the moment, but I'm like, that's just so dumb that that's a thing. That's the way they were originally, and they should have just left it that way. Okay, let's see that I have enough power to fight this guy. If not, I might go try and take on that guy in the bar again. I think I'm strong enough I can fight him, you know. Let's fight the wizards. I hate fighting the wizards. Well, I might be able to fight this guy. We'll see. So yeah, I'm looking for anything in the chat, anyone who can give me some ideas of like, you know, essentially like things that if it would come down to it, would you enjoy seeing as a video, you know? I'm probably going to research to death and, you know, use my whole project off of. Nice. There. Terry's just like flipping over in the beanbag right now. It's funny. Here. So many dang people charged on this first turn. See, sometimes you just get a really good lineup of units, and you can just get like everyone charged up in the first turn. You're like, I'm just gonna wreck you so hard when I get to you. I don't know. I feel about the mage's artwork, looking at the wizard units right now. Again, most of those units didn't look great to begin with, but like right now I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about their little glowy hands. That's kind of weird. Harry has moved from the beanbag to lay flat like a ween on the floor. Cute little guy. The Titans right now, that right there, or golems or whatever they're called. Man, don't care for the glowing green stuff going on there. That's kind of weird. Not feeling that, that's for sure. Okay, charge up some more units while I wait for the rest of these guys to attack. There's like a needless amount of walls. I think the way well, we'll see if that's how they still work in this game, but the way the wizard walls work is like the more of them that you have, the stronger they are, which isn't a bad thing concept, but it's also just kind of dumb. They're not particularly strong, but like I just don't like the wizard units. Honestly, by the time if we play through this game, if by the time we get there, I might be like, okay, cool, I've had my fun. We went through all the fun areas. I'm not doing the wizard one. I'll just tell you how the game ends. But it'll depend. We'll have to see when we get there. Okay. Now Perry's underneath the bed I'm on currently. It's getting more and more cozy with each step. And here's the funny thing, is that I had a really good first charge, but I think he's still gonna kill me because he has his champion unit right now is just charging up and getting stronger all the while, and I'm just like, yeah, that's gonna kill me. Most likely. That one. Oh, this thing does kill me, then I'll just obviously try and do it again. Is that guy charging up over there? Do not like how much damage he has racking up right now. Not a good thing. Or he's woofing at something. Who knows what it is. Charge for another guy over there. Let's see if I survive this hit. Wow, they just get super muscly like that. Kind of gross how they do that. Not a fan of that animation. Can you say that? Sure, not a fan of that animation. That was just kind of gross, honestly. How people feel about like veiny muscles. I am not a fan personally, but I'm like, does that appeal to anyone? Is there anyone who looks at that and be like, yes, that is what I'm here for, veiny muscles. Okay, let's see. Geodude, hi. I don't know what the last one says. It's like exclamation mark GYATT. I don't know what the heck that's supposed to be. If that's internet speak, I don't speak internet speak because I'm like a 68-year-old in the body of like, you know, a 28-year-old. So, also if it's TikTok language or anything like that, then I will not know what that is. I'm gonna die. This thing is probably going to kill me, so we're going to try our best here and see what happens, but I'm fairly certain I'm going to die here in a minute or two. Because that guy's going to hit me and that's going to really hurt. I haven't even hit that guy once. He's gonna hit with 80 damage. I might as well just give up now. That's totally gonna kill me. I was thinking they just powered up the elite units in this game. Some of them just hit hard. Okay, we're gonna take another turn here, but it's definitely not gonna. I'm definitely not gonna survive it. There's no way I survive on this little health. Try my hero spell. There's no way it's. Again, I just like the original shield way better. Just worked way better. 109 damage. Yeah, I'm not surviving that. Are you joking? Yeah, 72 damage. Not working. Let's try that again. Now we do the great part where they go to a loading screen to go to a picture, and then they go right back in. I'm just like, why? Okay, we're gonna try that one more time. I think I can do that if I'm gonna try one more time. If not, there's actually another guy I need to go and beat in another previous area, and we'll go over there first. So let's see what we can set up in this turn. Doesn't look like he's gonna set up that right away, so we might have a chance here. Do that. Let's do this. Do that. Get my priestess charging. And then my knight charge next turn. We just kind of, and that's why I'm kind of like, you know, I have some of the things to think about. I'm also just genuinely trying to win some of these things, so I'm like, I have to stop and think and focus for a moment. But anyway, I was talking about before, we want to play at some point. Want to play Honkai Star Rail on this at some point. We want to play Genshin Impact, and the reason we want to play Genshin Impact is because I'm in the first area, and I was just so bored. And I was honestly kind of frustrated in the fact that I couldn't get the hang of the combat. The combat's very basic, the enemies are even more basic, and I'm just like, I'm sure this game gets better after you get out of the first area, but wow. I just come from playing Honkai Star Rail, which I enjoyed a lot. I'm like, wow, I've paid for games that I've not enjoyed as much as I am enjoying this free game right now. Like the story, the combat, the characters, very enjoyable. I'm gonna look forward to playing that on stream at some point, but then I go over and play Genshin Impact, which is the one that, like, you know, I've been part of, like, I've known of Genshin Impact since it started. I've had a basic working knowledge of it since it started. I've had, like, you know, known about it in some way. I participated lightly in the fandom. Like, I only started playing the game, like, sometime last year, but, like, I'd already spent, like, hundreds of dollars on it because I have, like, two statuettes of, my favorite character from that game. From this game I've never played, purely because he looks awesome and has, like, everything I'd look for in a character. So I was just like, yes, I will buy your merch because, man, you're a beautiful looking man, you know? And so it was like, I was part of the fandom, arguably, just not someone who's playing the game actively. So I was like, you know, great, we got another one that's charged up. Well, now I gotta kill that thing. And I'm just mowing through these units, which means that, like, none of my hits are actually doing damage by the time they get there. Which is annoying. That will hit, and that'll hit. I have so many things charged up right now. Just none of them can get through to hit anything. Which is annoying. And load up this guy. And so, essentially, I want to play Genshin Impact on stream, so hopefully it can give me motivation to actually want to play the game again. Because I know it gets better later. The literally next area is where the guy who I, like, love immensely is in. So I will literally play the game just to go and, like, hear what his voice sounds like, because I haven't gotten that. This is a character I've literally read fanfiction about, watched fan art with, read fan comics about, have multiple pieces of merch of, but I don't actually know what his voice sounds like actually in the game, or any of his dialogue. I just know the basics of him from, again, osmosis in fanfiction. So, like, I want to play at least that far into the game so I can be like, oh, this is what this character is about. Cool, you know? Like, something like that. So I want to play Genshin Impact on stream just so hopefully it will give me motivation to keep playing it. But we'll see how that goes. And I want to play Star Rail at some point because I think it's the far superior game and they are way more generous in the resources and much more, like... Also, I just like turn-based combat a little bit more. I honestly don't get the open world craze. Like, sure, Breath of the Wild I hear is a masterclass in gaming, and it probably is. I own the game, haven't played it yet. Maybe we'll play that on stream at some point. I know we're 2024 and I haven't played Breath of the Wild. You know, sue me. But I've heard great things about it, and I will play it at some point. But it's just kind of like, you know, I haven't gotten around to it. But I just don't understand the craze with open worlds, because this is all... What was the game that they... Like, I guess you could say mascot horror kind of falls into that category too, but like, there's just like this kind of like thing where they're like... Certain types of games that people are like, just start making so many of. And like... what can I do here? Just move you, because I want a wall there. Let's get... you there, and then I'll charge up the other one next turn. I'm gonna hope that thing doesn't kill me. I do not have the HP to survive that sword hit. But we'll see. If I lose to this guy again, I'll go train somewhere else and get some more things on it. But anyway, so it's like, it's almost, and the funny thing is that after playing Genshin for a little bit, I came to like realize being like, wow, I enjoy this series so much purely as someone who like interacts with the fandom, and I'm not getting anything more from it from playing the game. In fact, I'm more angry at it from playing the game. Just consuming like the fan works, I have way more enjoyment, and isn't that just the funniest thing? So somehow I survived that. Okay, we're gonna see how this goes. If I win, I don't mind. Like, if I can win this, I'll go and buy more priestesses, but like... Essentially there's a lot of, that's a game that I want to play just more for the fact of like, maybe if I play this on stream and make it into like a thing, I'm like, or it'll just make streaming feel like a task, which, you know. Either way. Whatever works. But, let's leave you there for the time being. Let's move. You're gonna move forward anyway. Yeah, let's just put you there. Okay, let's see if I can hit that guy before he starts charging. Yeah, we got just enough time. That should hopefully block that guy. I guess let's just put another guy there just to take up some hits. I can kill this guy before that other dude charges up. I should be fine, but... And he keeps making all these walls, which is just annoying. I just also hate fighting the wizard units. They're just an annoying batch of units to fight against. They have some annoying abilities. And I don't like how any of them look. So many walls, why? Just why? Okay, let's see what we can set up here. I get so many units next to each other, but none of them are like in a good position. Okay. Try to set up that knight next turn. Sorry I'm not talking a ton either, too. I'm just trying to figure out how to win this battle. I'm not in the mindless mode right now where I can talk a lot and pay attention at the same time. So right now I'm kind of paying my, like, my hyper-focus mode where I'm trying to be like, okay, how do I win this? I literally have to kill that guy before that dude can charge, or he's just gonna kill me. Which I would have been fine with if there wasn't so many freaking walls. Anyway, yeah, so this is kind of, we're also doing kind of just more of a chill stream at the moment because we're, just kind of getting back into it. I wanted to do something tonight, even if it's not super long. I just wanted to play a little something. I don't actually even know how long we've been going at this point, but, okay, so if I can, I don't know if, I really don't know that I'm going to be able to kill this guy before he can kill me. So we'll see. Maybe they just set up a butt ton of walls. Yeah, I don't think there's any way I survive this, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna hero spell and see what happens. I'm sure this guy's gonna kill me, but I can survive one more turn. I probably can kill him. I just don't think I'm gonna survive this. Again, I don't care for the muscles on that dude. Okay, I survived that, so I think I can beat this guy. Okay, get priestess going so I can heal myself. Get that guy going. My knight over here. Okay, I can still do this. Man, this guy's at 3 HP, I'm at 6 HP. What a tug and pull we're doing right now. I'm saying some like last several battles, all the puzzle battles, I was doing great, and now I'm just kind of like, it's me and then it's him. It's me and then it's him. It's me and then it's him. Isn't that just the most fun when you get to do that? see, am I gonna survive this? Yeah. Okay. I think the only reason I'm actually doing okay is because I do have the one artifact that's making my knights fully charged. Making them tougher. Okay, cool. We won that, just barely. I'm gonna go get another priestess. Because I need to buy more anyway. I gotta go get my bounty anyway. Let's go get a reward. Yay. When did we start streaming? I don't remember. When did I start streaming? When did I start streaming? Really?
Like 7 o'clock-ish.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm like, really? It's only been 20 minutes?
Hey, who's like, yeah, let's freaking go.
What is that? That's what I was like, does anyone want to explain that for me?
His butt.
Oh, okay.
Cutie, yeah, I am. Let's freaking go.
What is that?
Get got.
What does that mean?
Got him.
I
I
s-
don't know what it means.
I saw that in a comic once and I did not understand at all what it meant.
No, I have no idea what it means. Sorry. I'm just... Back in I go.
Okay, I'm gonna try and beat this guy again. See if I can beat this guy. I've leveled up a little bit more. I think hypothetically I'm strong enough to fight this guy. Well, actually I'm gonna go take care of that other bounty I had in the other area real fast. Then I'll come fight that guy. And maybe we'll call it after that. So I can once again end in a tavern. Like every good D&D adventure does. I haven't had D&D in a while, but I'm kind of been thankful for that because I've had a lot of other things. Like, I've been between, like, doing crocheting, I've been doing, I have family here, I got classes, I'm like, there's not extra brain space for me right now to handle another thing. It takes creative focus. So I'm glad we arranged it that way because I would not be able to focus otherwise. Man, mega walls. Put that one there. You over here. Alright. So how's everyone else's week been? We've been kind of discussing spring break to some extent, and how that's been going for everyone. Whew. Sometimes get a little too cozy in the cozy gaming, let me tell you. Okay, that's not bad. I'm also debating if I need to sneeze or not. Which, you know, is just awkward on camera. Not sure yet, thinking about it. Okay, put that guy there. I can charge that guy and then can move those dudes over. I could have skipped this little battle, but honestly I need experience at this point, so it does not hurt anything. Move there, let's go. There. Also, that's kind of the reason I enjoy these games. It's kind of like an interlocking mechanism where just like one piece falls into another piece that opens up another piece. It's kind of like, it's why I enjoy packing so much, is like, you know, you find out how all the pieces fit together and it's just like a puzzle you need to solve. It feels very rewarding when you get it. Let's put you there. I probably should have done those in a different order, but that's fine. I always love it when none of them can get past my walls. Makes me feel strong. I also need to go and I need to enter the tournament with a griffin, so I'm gonna have to level up my griffins a little bit. I'm trying to get like... Honestly, I might just go with the... I might go with the priestesses. Normally I would take the knights, but the Knights' biggest selling point, they totally nerfed in this game. So I honestly am probably going to go with the Priestesses because at least those heal me over time. Which is a very useful trait. More so than the Knights who are like, oh, fully charged. If you have the proper item. Then why even bother? Yeah, I know I need a Griffin in order to enter the tournament, so I need to level my Griffin so that it's not level 1 when I'm going into it. How about this one here? For a guy who's way weaker than me, he's holding on pretty good. Let's see, how about this one here, that one there. I must have just gone through a lot of units with all my other guys charged up because I mean I was expecting to mow through that way easier than I actually did. Oh well. Blue here, let's see what else we got. Yep, just need another blue. Alright. Oops, what was that? Oh, okay. I didn't realize it showed me what my current units were. Oh, a lot of knights. Not a lot of priestesses though, so maybe I'll grab a couple more priestesses after this too. Also, another interesting thing is that the knights in the original game actually had a sword. Like, these ones have lances, which is fine. I mean, that is the more traditional thing you would have if you were riding a horse. Because, you know, the weight of the horse kind of offsets the weight of the lance. Yeah, that guy. I have to go fight that guy. So I'm actually going to just save here. Let's go fight this guy. And if it isn't too bad, then we will go and, see how this guy does. I remember I tried to beat this guy originally. Like, you can fight him earlier in the game than like this. If I were to try to beat him earlier in the game, it'd be like, okay, well that was a mistake. This guy has only zombies, but they're maxed out. So, and zombies poison units, so it means that, like, they, Put you there. One, 2, 3. So we'll see how this goes. I gotta get my priestess charged, or at least get her out of the way. Honestly, might be easier to do this. It's fine, and then let's say... Yeah, so see, like, that unit's poisoned now, so that's why you can beat this guy with the basic units. It's possible, but it's not easy because, again, most units will probably just die after getting the poison attack. So I mean, you can do it. It's just I was determined to do it once, my like first playthrough or so. You can do it. It's just not easy. Like, this unit will survive because it's poisoned, but it's also like, it's gonna last another turn, you know. Let's try how I feel about some of these zombie units, I will say. Okay, what we got here? You there. and pulls my priestess back to the front. And probably set up another blue unit over there. Oh gosh. Admittedly, this also would be a good time where it'd be nice if Madeline had her like co-host thing going on right now. Honestly, these fights are just a little harder. So like, well, in like Anwin's story, I was like, oh, I can carry a conversation while also doing this, and this one I'm just kind of like, I have to actually pay attention to make sure that I win these fights. Not embarrassing. It's not really. I just gotta, when I'm focusing like this, I need to be able to, just see where I'm putting my things and not mindlessly doing it. Isn't it funny we're fighting right now and I have elite units and other things and he has only his basic units and neither of us have hit each other yet? Isn't that just the best? Okay, what can I charge up right now? Move here. Start charging one over there. So how did my knight go off and like he didn't do any damage? That's weird. Okay, what else we got? Do that one. Put that there and charge up that knight next turn. Zombies are annoying units. I will say that when you get to use them later on in like the ghost area, they are fun because then you can go and be like, hey, I poisoned your unit and that will last forever. And so it's very useful. You have it on your side. Fighting it though, a little annoying. Just because it is a pretty good thing. And like the ghost units, like as you might have noticing, like whenever they take a hit, they turn into bones which then can form walls. So that's also fun to try and get around. It means that they usually have a lot of walls. And also because we're not in Anwin's story, which was way easier, that was the Elven story, man, I could kind of steamroll through some of the battles. These ones are like, oh no, I have to actually use my brain power for once. Imagine that. At least we're starting to make some damage here, which is better. Let's put that there. This. I get access to a couple more white ones in the next one. It's kind of slow going right now at this moment. I'm just like, I'm trying to go forward, but I'm like, yeah, his units charge faster than mine. This is just going to take a hot second. Like, I'm making good progress, just it's taking a little bit. 1, 2. Okay, slowly but surely this guy is dying. Which I guess is rather fitting for an undead dude. Do that. You there. Charge that up next turn. I don't know if my knight's gonna get through, because he has to get through 2 layers of stuff. Probably not. He's pretty dang weakened at this point. Okay. Yep. Just... darn zombie plagues sometimes. I don't know if that's gonna count as my unit dying or not, because he was charging. I think it only counts if he doesn't attack, but we'll see. If I lost a knight, then that's just, you know, that's just what it is. Let's put... there. He's so close to dying, though. I really just need another good hit. I mean, honestly, even sometimes those, like, poison bubbles they have on here seem like, you know, low poly sort of thing. Like, some of this art in this game just looks kind of grainy around the edges. And I'm just like, that's not appealing. This is also why this is taking so long, is that, like, sometimes my units just don't get a chance to hit because they get poisoned and they're like, and I'm down. I'm like, oh, alright, bro. Cool. I'm assuming my priestess is probably gonna die before she even gets a chance to hit from the poison damage, but we'll see. Nice that she didn't, but, you know. Oh, Perry's moved back to the beanbag, didn't even notice. Okay, one of you, please. Just hit the guy. Let's heal up a priestess over here. If one of you, just one of you could hit. That'd be great. I mean, I can tell one thing is that, like, the flesh sounds in the zombies is much more intense than the original game. I mean, from what I can remember, there wasn't the heavy flesh sounds. Okay, literally this guy has, like, 2 HP. Just, thank you. That just, it's because of the zombies and the way they poison units, that's just a slog. I gotta go buy more priestesses now. Yay. But, hey, I got money out of it. I don't think there's anyone in here. I think I'm pretty sure I defeated the vampire who was in here beforehand. Nope, I have not defeated the vampire in here. Alright, well, I'm not doing that tonight, so we're gonna save. Hey, Madeline. Madeline.
What?
I'm about ready to log off.
Do you see Perry?
Yeah, Perry's currently in the upside down wiener position. Our dog's weird. He likes sleeping upside down for some reason. But I think everyone has a story.
Don't move, you're so cute.
I think everyone. Well, he noticed. Yeah.
You can always, if you want to come over here, all you have to do is
I know. I think it's weird if I go away. So I'll fight this vampire guy next week. Only one of the sprites I say that Clash of Heroes looks better with. The vampire sprites are definitely an upgrade. So we'll try and be here Tuesday, Thursday regularly next week. Mally should be joining us officially. Jury's still out on what we're gonna be playing. I'm thinking about doing Coffee Talk. I just opened that game. We got a couple other games. I just recently unveiled because Madeline cleaned our room. So we'll see what we're gonna play next week. Madeline will be playing games next week because she is part of this equal part of this channel, and she is also.
I'm just going through a lot at this moment.
And she is too a gamer, and she is a cozy gamer. She'll be with us next week.